Good evening. Please rise for our graduates.
Good evening. My name is Everardo Reyes, and I am this year's graduating Student Council Treasurer. Please remain standing for the National Anthem sung by Alexandria Long. Afterwards, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Good evening, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Arlington College and Career High School class of 2023. My name is Cruz Antonio Jaime Hernandez, and I am honored to stand before you today as the student body president of ACCHS's inaugural graduating class. It has been nothing but a privilege to spend the last 4 years with the students seated before you, and as I look out into the audience, I see the faces of proud parents, families, friends, and community members alike who have all helped us reach this stage tonight. I would like to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart for your unwavering support. I would also like to make a special thank you to AISD Superintendent Dr. Cavazos, TCC President Coppola, the TCC Southeast faculty and staff, and everyone at Arlington College and Career High School. Let's give them all a very big round of applause. I cannot overlook the incredible accomplishments of my fellow graduates tonight. Many of us have broken generational curses and have done something truly remarkable. Despite all of the challenges and obstacles we have faced tonight, we have persevered and succeeded in obtaining a high school diploma, and for many of us, an associate's degree. This is a significant achievement, and we should all be very proud of our hard work and dedication. However, this is but a stepping stone in a seemingly endless path. And as we leave this building tonight, I would like to encourage my fellow graduates of the following. Walk with your heads held high, no matter how unsure you might be about the future. Make sure that every step you take is a step forward, and that you use each setback that you may encounter in life as an opportunity to learn and to grow. And most importantly, remember that the size of the impact you make on those around you does not dictate its significance. Know that I will continue to pray for each of you, that you find your purpose and happiness in life. And all I ask is that we take with us the lessons we have learned and the memories we have made together at this incredible school. As I conclude, I would like to express my gratitude to the 4 biggest supporters in my life: my father, Rene, my mother, Carla, my grandfather, Magdaleno, and my grandmother, Juana. They didn't know that I would be speaking here tonight, but I could not pass up the opportunity to express my gratitude in such a special and unique way. So know that without your love and guidance, I would not be standing here today. Now, let us continue to support one another and lift each other up, knowing that we have the strength and resilience to overcome any challenge that might come our way. Because as of tonight, we are no longer Arlington College and Career students. From this day forward, we are very proud ACCHS graduates. Thank you. The Arlington ISD is fortunate to be under the direction of our superintendent, Dr. Marcelo Cavazos. For more than 2 decades and for the last 11 years as superintendent, Dr. Marcelo Cavazos has worked to shape the future of every student in Arlington ISD. Dr. Cavazos holds both a bachelor's and a master's degree from the University of Texas Pan American and a doctorate degree from the University of Texas at Austin. He was recognized as the 2016 Texas Superintendent of the Year. It is because of his efforts we are able to have the opportunity to attend an incredible early college high school that has allowed us to accelerate our learning in order to pursue our dreams. Thank you, Dr. Cavazos, for your tireless work for the Arlington ISD staff and students. Now please join me in welcoming our superintendent, Dr. Marcelo Cavazos, to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, good evening. I hope I hear a good evening back. Good evening. Yeah, I know you're here. So, graduates in class of 2023, you hold a special place in my heart because you demonstrate for all of us what it means to persist through the toughest times. And I'm going to take you back to, you may not remember, but I'm going to take you back to when you first got into school, when your parents enrolled you for the first time in elementary school. And you may not remember, but I'm sure your parents remember, they had dreams for you, they had hopes and aspirations for you, and they hoped that someday you would get your high school diploma. And they probably didn't know, because there was no such thing as an early college, that you would someday have the opportunity, and many of you have amassed a large number of credits, and many of you have gotten your associate's degree. But back then, you didn't know that this was possible, right? And so I've always said about opportunities that opportunities are one thing, but then we have to have young people and parents and support and siblings and teachers and principals to actually make those things real. Right? And so you're a demonstration of what happens when we put an opportunity, we set a high standard by your principal and your teachers and TCC and others, and then we have willing students who took a chance, and those things intersect. I'm not a math teacher, but there's something about intersections, right, that are powerful. And when those things intersect, great things happen. Great things happen. And you have been an example, you continue to be an example of what happens when a community sets high standards, takes a chance, because you started this school, you take a chance and you dream big. Now, what you didn't plan for, and what nobody planned for, I didn't plan for it either, was that you're going to be interrupted by a pandemic, that you're going to be knocked off course by a pandemic, right? Nobody predicted that. And so when that happened, we all worried. I worried as a superintendent many, many hours of what will happen as a result of the disruption of a pandemic. What will happen? But I soon got over that worry because I remembered that we have students like you that can persevere through just about any challenge. And if you can persevere, and many of you and parents, you know this, many of you have stories that we don't know about your past, your family, your generation, your early college, your first graduates, many stories of a struggle just to get an education. And so what brought me comfort during the pandemic, when I worried a lot, was thinking of you. Because I knew that it didn't matter. You were not going to be stopped. You were not going to let this disruption take you completely off course. And I'm just so proud that today, and of course the 4 years you've gone through this high school, but today you're a product of resiliency, responsibility, and relentlessness. The 3 new R's in education. Reading, writing, arithmetic, you've got that. You could teach us some of that, okay, just to be clear. But you've got that, but you've acquired 3 more. That is resiliency, responsibility, and relentlessness. And not only did you acquire that, you always had it, by the way. You always had it. But you taught us, you taught me that those things are real. And if you can do it, we can do it as adults. And we can do it in this society. So I am just so proud of you. And I know we spent some time together, seniors. Earlier on in the year, I was a little unplugged. We don't have to discuss exactly what we talked about. But we had a great conversation. And I remember sensing that love that you have and that spirit that you have for greatness. And it's one thing to be successful, it's another thing to be great. And I encourage you to make a distinction of those 2 things. Success, you've experienced. Greatness is still yet to come, right? And so I encourage you to strive for that greatness. And so on behalf of our school district and your superintendent, I am just so proud of you. And I wish you the very best. And I thank you for putting that in my heart of how we can persevere through any obstacle. Parents, family members, siblings, all the support system you have, they poured love into you. And I encourage you to pour that back into somebody else. When you continue to reach your milestones, reach back and help somebody else, whether that's a brother, a sister, a cousin, a friend, because you're an example. You're a model. And you've touched my life. And if you can do that, you can affect anybody's life. Congratulations, class of 2023. I'm very proud of you.
Good evening. My name is Mercedes Martinez, and I am the Senior Class Vice President for the class of 2023. It is my pleasure to introduce another key supporter of ACCHS. He has established a strong partnership with AISD that has allowed many students to take advantage of a variety of dual credit courses. Please join me in welcoming the proud president of the TCC Southeast Campus, Dr. William Capola.
Appreciate it. Congratulations. Read this. Wow, I never got a standing ovation before. Good afternoon, or good evening by now. Thank you very much for being here, and I'm very excited and proud to be here. Before I go into my prepared statements, I want to talk to the class real fast. You are the first class of this early college high school, which makes you the best class. Okay, but don't let it go to your head. But no, it is the best class. But however, more importantly, as Dr. Cavazos was talking before, you you're role models, and you set examples for a lot of people. And for many of you, you have your younger brothers and sisters, cousins in the audience that are watching you here today, or you're going to go home and talk about your experience. Hopefully, all of them will be in your seat when it's their time, because it's very important in the process that you went through. So real proud of the work that you've done. So I want to congratulate you once again on the great accomplishments that you have, and I was honored to shake many of your hands just a couple of weeks ago as you crossed the stage at TCC's graduation ceremony. And a short 4 years ago, you and your family made an important decision about your education and your future, and that was to take on the challenge of the Arlington College and Career High School. What you didn't plan for was the challenge of beginning your journey during a global pandemic. And I can honestly say that you are the most prepared group of individuals to tackle the many challenges that will come your way as you pursue your dreams. Booker T. Washington once said, "I have learned that success is to be measured not only by the position that one has reached in life, as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed." Doing more than others expect is what excellence is about. You have learned that excellence comes from striving, maintaining high standards, looking after the smallest details, and going the extra mile, no matter however big it is. It also means building camaraderie, which you will all have friends for the rest of your life. Caring about each other, learning to work as a team. You will always remember your fellow classmates, your devoted faculty and staff as you continue your educational journey. This experience has taught you that excellence means caring and making a special effort to do more than is expected. At the Southeast campus, you learned what it takes to be involved, create change, and understand that you have control over your future. We instilled on you that you do have a voice of change, and you will be heard. You are our future. We are dependent on you. Very big responsibility. This includes your civic responsibility to not only register to vote in November, but to actually vote. And lastly, to the parents and family, I wanted to say that your encouragement and understanding to what your son or daughter started 4 years ago has made this day possible. You should share in their joy and success, for it's the family that provides a very special support and affection that only they can. So in closing, on behalf of the TCC administrators, faculty, staff of the class of 2023, I congratulate you and wish you continued success in its life journey. You will always be a part of the Southeast campus. Be safe. Thank you very much, and congratulations once again.
Good evening. My name is Amy Cunningham, and I've had the honor and privilege of being the assistant principal for these outstanding students for the past 4 years. From bridge camp at a temporary location, online learning, and being the first to do everything at ACCHS, we navigated it together and have an abundance of memories. Our salutatorian quickly stood out to the staff for his quiet presence and kind spirit. When I asked him how he felt about this opportunity, he stated he was most excited about taking on the challenge to partake in vigorous college courses and having the opportunity to earn his associate's degree. Our trip to Texas State showed us his non-academic side and how much he loved his time with his friends, playing volleyball, being involved in extracurricular activities, and his more adventurous side. One of Joseph's favorite quotes is from Luke chapter 1, verse 37, "For with God, nothing is impossible." This young man and his classmates have proven their faith and hard work can pay off. During his time at ACCHS, he has earned his associate's degree from TCC and 67 college credit hours. He will continue his educational path at the University of Texas at Arlington and plans to pursue a degree in engineering and hopes to achieve a doctoral degree with plans to own his own engineering firm. He is the first of many Alicon siblings that will cross this stage. I don't know if he remembers when I asked him one time to speak to a group of students, and he just politely responded with a smile and a "no thank you." I told him one day he would be speaking in front of a crowd, and I am so grateful he has this moment. Please welcome to the stage the inaugural Salutatorian for ACCHS and the class of 2023, Oki Kiola Joseph Alacon.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Okikiola Joseph Alacon, and it is an honor to be the first salutatorian in the history of ACCHS. Firstly, I would like to thank God for this opportunity, and secondly, see this opportunity to welcome friends, families, teachers, staff members, administrators, Dr. Kouvasos, the AISD Superintendent, the AISD Board of Trustees, TCC representatives, and everyone that are hereby present. I would like to thank you all for being here this evening to celebrate this special occasion with Arlington College and Career High School graduating class of year 2023. I appreciate being able to take the time to share all the amazing positive impacts you've all made on us. If one is committed to a dream, it will surely come to pass. Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing in your presence people who have worked hard, fought through tears, overcame very challenging circumstances in order to be celebrated as graduates today. I am overwhelmed with joy, happiness, pride, but it's important to understand what has led to this moment. As I reflect on things, the first year of high school was nerve-wracking for some of us as we had to adapt to a different environment and encounter new peers. We understood it was going to be vigorous and focused on creating ways of getting used to the coursework involved. A main focus on that year was based on initiating new friendships with each other. When we attended Bridge Camp, we engaged in activities that involved collaboration, communication, and teamwork. I'm not sure gratitude is what I would express after building the Marshmallow Spaghetti Tower in Bridge Camp, but as I bonded with my peers over that year, I reflected on the importance of that moment of collaboration and what it taught me. Even if I didn't see it at the time, at first making friends was awkward, but as time went on, we began to get comfortable with each other. We developed study buddy groups and worked together because we knew teamwork makes the dream work. So thank you all for the bonds that we developed, connections, and friendships we established in our freshman year. Sophomore year came along, which was an unexpected turn of events. And our motto quickly became, make it work. That's when teachers and parents thought we knew everything about technology and shortcomings really came out. I remember the vivid memories when our teachers would require us to show our faces even though we were camera shy. Procrastination slowly began to develop, but we quickly combated it with initiating goals, prioritization, and time management, which increased all our successes during that year. They also constantly checked up on us to ensure we were coping physically and mentally as we maneuvered through the pandemic era. So once again, who did we look to? Our amazing teachers and admin, who we are grateful for, as we knew they were figuring it out every day and modeled what it really meant to tighten up. So thank you for making it possible for us to adjust and feel comfortable through the circumstances in our sophomore year. Junior year was a whirlwind of what I think school events. It got pretty hard to see straight by this point. College applications, college courses that were just over the top, pre-calculus, which involved ups and downs with professors, and the SAT, which I feel truly means silly assessment test. I strive to maintain a good academic record, even with the challenging courses I experienced that year. We were also pushed to engage in our communities through service projects. Not sure I embraced the giving mindset as I cut grass, yard after yard, or moved boxes from one location to another, or packed around 10 billion Easter eggs, give or take at the time. But as I got older, I fully realized how important it is to give back to the community that has given us this wonderful opportunity. One of my favorite highlights during junior year was the excitement we had during our trip to Texas State University. We explored and experienced the university lifestyle, and even though it was just for a day, it was a great time to spend with each other as a group. I especially enjoyed singing many songs up on the top of our lungs on the bus on the way back, such as "Baby" by Justin Bieber. We also really enjoyed the trip to the zoo and witnessing varieties of animals, which we fed and admired. Let's also not forget the pride we saw in our families' and friends' faces at our class ring ceremony. So teachers and administrators, thank you for the effort involved in ensuring we made the most out of our junior year. During senior year, it became important to not fall victim of senioritis, which refers to the lack of motivation and failure to exceed expectations. This became the time where our principal and our teachers kept encouraging our class to finish strong. A memorable event was the senior recognition ceremony as we celebrated accomplishments with friends and families. An historic aspect regarding the inaugural class is the Leave Your Mark night, signifying the impressing of one's handprints on the walls at the entrance of ACCHS. Those were just a few major events that took place during the course of our senior year. I want to appreciate our principal, our counselor, our teachers, and peers for playing their roles in ensuring that the journey of our 4 years in ACCHS was a memorable one. Today, indeed, is the day of celebration of accomplishments and outstanding performances. However, like I earlier stated, we didn't do this alone. We had received encouragement from our teachers and administrators. They were very passionate, dedicated, and made positive impacts on each and every one of us. They really supported and guided us through this academic experience, which has been full of peaks, valleys, and many unknowns. So permit me to say a big thank you to all our teachers and administrators. To my fellow graduating classmates, I know that we both have mixed feelings of joy as we move on to higher heights, and on the other hand, we may be experiencing the sad emotions of leaving one another to various institutions of studies, departing from our loving junior colleagues and our fascinating teachers and administrators. In spite of this, and including the fact of a kind of sense of freedom of achievement, we need to brace up, stay focused, and climb on all pedestals to higher heights. Let us all remember that there will be no more of Mrs. Cooper telling us to write in our planners, no more reminders to complete tasks due to procrastination, and no warnings before a deadline passes. So we all need to continue to take the bull by the horns and keep achieving our future goals. I also want to thank my parents and siblings for always being there for me since this journey began, when we came to America from Nigeria back in 2016. They have always wanted a great education for us. Their all-around support motivated me in ways that I could accomplish my goals through the help of God and the advice they provided. My parents often told me, and I quote, "God made it possible for you to come to America in order for you to have better opportunities that we, your parents, did not have, and to achieve what we could not." This stuck with me and enabled my abilities to work harder and push through difficult times to make these sacrifices worth it. A quote from them that has also resonated with me is, "The sky is not even your limit." Perhaps you've been told the same thing. I've spent more time thinking about what that means. We should all maybe ask ourselves that. But what I can say for me, that it means for me, is nothing is impossible. See the sky and not the limits. I want to say a big kudos to my parents and siblings. You're outstanding people. My journey through this moment was definitely not an easy one, as there were challenges and tough times, and I knew I wasn't alone as God was backing me up, as well as my family and my teachers. Now, fellow seniors, I look around and I know we're ready. We've pushed the limits and overcame many obstacles. Just remember, we're not through climbing yet. And so, friends, join me as we give thanks together one more time to each other, our motivators, our supporters, our teachers, our families, and most importantly, our amazing God, because in God we trust. Go Titans.
Good evening. My name is Joanne Franks, and I've had the pleasure of being the class of 2023's counselor all 4 years, and they are truly some of my favorite people. This is a special night, and it is a great honor to get to introduce you to Larissa Jimenez Ramirez. Jimenez Ramirez, our first Arlington College and Career High School valedictorian. Larissa has been a calm, questioning presence throughout her time with us, and we have loved watching her grow into the quiet, fearless leader she is today. Larissa has always had a thirst for knowledge and would be happy to always be in school learning. Her friends and siblings will probably enjoy hearing that she tells me she wants to be a know-it-all. She doesn't like things being unclear. She works to figure it all out, especially as the oldest sibling. They come to her with questions, and she wants to be a great source of information for them. Larissa doesn't worry, or doesn't remember rather, how she got the application for ACCHS. She just remembers going to a random meeting being run by a crazy counselor, and she was hooked. Looking back, her favorite parts of ACCHS were the small, supportive environment that fostered support from the staff and from her amazing friends that pushed each other throughout their early college journey that only they could fully understand. She learned quickly that a healthy life includes balance, not just focusing on academics, but on family, friends, and fun things that she loves doing. Larissa had moments that her motivation wavered, but she would think of her supportive family that always accepted her for who she was, allowing her to explore and find what she wanted for her future. She would also think of people from her past that didn't believe in her and succeeded to show them that she is a strong, intelligent, dedicated person that can and will accomplish all she wants. Larissa will be attending my favorite university, the University of Texas at Austin, and becoming a proud Longhorn in the fall. She will be changing the world by studying medical laboratory science. We can't wait to see all that she continues to accomplish. Please welcome to the stage the inaugural class of 2023 valedictorian, Larissa Jimenez Ramirez.
Thank you, Ms. Franks, for that introduction. The lights are definitely brighter than they were in rehearsal. Good evening, friends, family, teachers, faculty, and most importantly, class of 2023. My name is Larissa Jimenez Ramirez, and I'm so honored to be able to speak to you all tonight. Today, we celebrate a significant milestone in our lives, the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. We couldn't have made it this far without opportunities created by hardworking people. So thank you to the AISD School Board, Dr. Cavazos and Dr. Coppola, who are the reason we've had this opportunity. I hear Dr. Bolin also had a part in that, so we should thank him too. I'd like to thank all the ACCHS teachers and staff, especially the ones from our very first year, Mr. Cannon, Mr. Cole, Mr. Trevino, Dr. C, Ms. Green, Ms. Cunningham, Ms. Franks, and Officer Gallegos. Thank you for sticking with us. There's also one secret superhero here who has been our rock throughout these 4 years, Ms. Cooper. She is the reason many of us have found the motivation to keep going, the reason we've been barely mentally stable throughout high school, and probably the reason we got to this stage on time. She has done so much for us, and we're so grateful and lucky to have had her as our teacher since freshman year. Being the inaugural class has given us a very unique high school experience, one full of challenges, but also extraordinary opportunities for growth. As the pioneering students of ACCHS, we have faced numerous obstacles, everything from navigating an unfamiliar curricular to fighting to keep our eyes open at 5 a.m. to register for classes. However, these challenges have only served to strengthen our resilience and adaptability. In this environment of constant exploration, we have become trailblazers and trendsetters. We chose our school colors, our school mascot, and established our school's traditions. We have formed a tightly knit community bound by shared experiences and a sense of camaraderie that have become integral parts of the school's fabric. Our journey has forged deep connections and lifelong friendships, as we have leaned on one another for support during the highs and lows of this unique high school experience. I saw the way you all worked so hard trying to balance all the essays, projects, and labs, especially during finals week. Together, we have created memories that will be cherished for years to come. When we first applied to this school in middle school, we had no idea what awaited us. Of course, we quickly found out when we got a glimpse of what our high school experience would be like when we had our first bridge camp on the TCC campus in 100-degree weather because our building wasn't actually ready. In our freshman year, there was 100-something of us walking into an empty building with a staff of about 7 teachers. We had our firsts, our first dances, kickbacks, fundraisers, high school drama, failing grades, but we made it through our first year. We survived Dr. C's English class and hoped her class would be the only frightening thing that year. It was not. Sophomore year, our entire lives were relocated to the online world. We rolled out of our beds and hopefully logged on to our Zoom classes on time. Lucky if we did a single productive thing in the days that seemed to blur together. Junior year was chaotic. We reintegrated into society and had our first year with a schedule full of college classes. We tried our best to pass these difficult classes and tried to set an example for our school, which now had 2 entire classes of freshmen and sophomores waiting for their turn to be upperclassmen. Senior year, this last year, the senior class has been so dispersed, taking classes at TCC, Texas Wesleyan, and UTA. So it's thanks to the school events that have brought us together that have created my favorite memories. We had senior sunrise, the Easter egg hunt that always has a great turnout, spirit weeks, field day, senior awards, senior sunset, and TCC graduation and prom. These events have made it possible for the senior class to come back together and enjoy our last year here. So a quick thank you to all the Stuco members and teachers for these experiences. Point is, we had a very different high school. There was not a single one of us who had the same experience here, but here we all are in gowns that seem to be purposely long enough for us to trip over and prepared for whatever is ahead. It has been interesting to see how much we've grown, how much the school specifically has prepared us for our futures, and the amazing things my classmates have accomplished. Many of us received our associate's degrees about 2 weeks ago, or are just a few classes away from that accomplishment. I also want to take a moment to thank some people in my life. To my friends, I love y'all. Thank you for the constant support. To my parents, thank you for everything. Thank you for allowing me to pursue my goals and for your unwavering love. I can only hope I continue to be deserving of your support, however your support may look like. Please don't take me off the cell phone plan. My parents' story is much like many of my classmates' parents' stories, one full of sacrifices, encouragement, and strength. So to my parents and to all the parents in the room, thank you for helping us get to this moment. At our school, we talk a lot about imposter syndrome, especially in our therapy sessions in Ms. Cooper's Path class, and especially those of us who are first gen. We think we don't deserve to thrive in these places, in academic settings, in colleges, careers, but we do. You did all the work to get here on the stage. You deserve to be celebrated, and no matter what you've decided to do after today, I know that every single one of you is worthy of the amazing things to come for you. So in an age where all the information we need is just a click away, where ChatGPT can write anything from a text message to a graduation speech, in a world with so many technological advances and with so much change, stay true to yourselves. It's easy to isolate ourselves a little, and our school is full of very independent students. And sometimes we forget the importance of being surrounded by the people we care about. So I just want to remind you all to be in the moment and to appreciate every moment. Always remember, like the philosopher and poet J. Cole says, there's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. We spent the last 4 years at a school that can sometimes feel like a sprint. So slow down, take it in, Take those moments to feel proud of all that you have accomplished and to enjoy the life you are building. There is no doubt in my mind that every single one of today's graduates will continue on into the world to do amazing things and become even more incredible than they already are. And I say that as a credit to all of the other amazing people in this building who have supported us to get to this moment. Class of 2023, be kind, be compassionate, be hardworking, be stubborn, and just keep being amazing. Congratulations, everyone, and thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jacob Ruiz Perez. I am the Senior Class Recording Secretary for the Class of 2023. It is my pleasure to introduce the best principal we have ever had at ACCHS. Please join me in welcoming our principal, Dr. Ben Boland.
Good evening, everyone. It is an honor to serve as the principal of Arlington College and Career High School and to be speaking to you as we celebrate the first graduation ceremony in our school's history. In order to get our students to this part of the journey, it has taken a great deal of work from many different stakeholders. Before I address our students, I would like to express our gratitude for the support of the people behind the scenes, making a difference in their educational experiences every day. I am proud to introduce our distinguished guests in attendance at today's ceremony and to thank them for all they do for AISD. First, Arlington ISD board members in attendance tonight include Board President, Ms. Melody Fowler, Vice President, Mr. Justin Chapa, Secretary, Ms. Sarah McMurrow, and board members, Dr. Aaron Reich, Mr. David Wilbanks, Ms. Brooklyn Richardson, and Ms. Leanne Haynes. Additionally, members of the Arlington ISD senior staff in attendance include Dr. Marcelo Cavazos, Arlington ISD Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Stephen Wirtz, Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Lena McDonald, Assistant Superintendent of School Leadership, Dr. TJ Jarko, Executive Director of High Schools. Thank you all for what you do to provide outstanding support to our early college high schools. It is greatly appreciated. We would also like to thank our higher education partner, the Tarrant County College Southeast Campus, its president, Dr. William Capola, and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Zena Jackson. Thank you for partnering. Thank you for partnering with us to give our students the opportunity to attend TCC in order to earn multiple college credits and to experience all of the supports and programs TCC has to offer. Thank you. Success at ACCHS cannot be achieved without the hard work put in by the true foundational pieces of our campus. Our wonderful support staff, our talented and dedicated faculty, our amazing counselors, Ms. Franks and Ms. Kennedy, and your hardworking assistant principal, Ms. Cunningham. Over time, these people have cried with you, laughed with you, celebrated with you, and formed eternal bonds over shared memories that will last a lifetime. If you are a member of the ACCHS team, please stand to be recognized. One other member of our team is a person that our students have seen daily since they were freshmen. He's at work early to greet everyone and stays late until everyone is gone. He's formed so many positive relationships with students, families, and staff members. He not only keeps our campus safe, he provides wisdom and support and is always willing to lend a helping hand. Special thank you to our security officer, Corporal Mark Gallegos. I would like to continue by thanking the most important people in our seniors' lives. Those are the parents, guardians, and family members of the class of 2023. Parents, while tonight is your last mandatory meeting, it was originally over 4 years ago I spoke with you at our first parent meeting about the concept of the school and the opportunities it would provide. You agreed to do your part to help your child succeed, sometimes not really understanding what that meant. You may not have been sure that a new high school was the best option for your child, but you agreed to help them apply anyway. Over the last 4 years, you trusted me and the rest of the ACCHS staff to not only help and guide your child academically, but to support them emotionally through any struggles they encountered. As a parent, I realize the impact a school experience can have on a child's life. Over the past 4 years, I hope that your experiences with ACCHS met your expectations. Thank you for all the sacrifices you've made and for giving us the opportunity to work with your incredible children. Thank you, families. Gracias, familias. Seniors from the class of 2023, please stand and join me in thanking your families for everything they have done for you. Now to the original, resilient, and phenomenal ACCHS class of 2023. You never know what you're capable of unless you embrace the unknown. Titans, your journey has been full of unknowns. In the spring of 2019, you were in 8th grade at junior highs all over the city. You heard about our school and decided to take a leap of faith to apply, despite the fact that there was no school mascot, school colors, school traditions, or even a fully constructed building yet, as we've heard. At that time, something or someone encouraged you to take a chance at this opportunity, and eventually you were all selected. I'm sure those first moments of commitment to ACCHS filled you with feelings of joy, but also uncertainty. Many of you began to have questions about all types of things and often said to you, I don't know. We'll know after you go through it. Just remember to be flexible. Somehow, for 4 years, most of you accepted this answer and embraced it. Times were tough during your freshman year. You had to adjust to becoming a high school student and a college student at the same time. You began to establish traditions and ways to have fun, like singing happy birthday out loud in unison to each other during lunch, or attending after-school dances in the ACCHS cafeteria. Finally, when it seemed like you were starting to figure things out, along came the pandemic. You, along with our staff, found a way to push through digital learning towards the end of your 9th grade year and through 10th grade. Whether you realized it or not, many of you learned a lot about yourself and your resilient abilities during that time. You found a way to push through and not give up. When you all finally returned to full-time in-person learning as juniors, it was time to embrace the new and challenging experience of high school on a college campus. You asked many questions about how things would work, like transportation between ACCHS and TCC. And again, we said, we don't know. We'll find out as you go through it. While 11th grade was extremely challenging, you managed to persevere and excel. This resulted in many of you pursuing summer courses before starting your senior year. When you started as seniors, we had a long discussion about avoiding yet another dangerous and very contagious disease that Joseph mentioned, senioritis. Fortunately, many of you were able to stay healthy. You previously realized that by working ahead and taking courses during summer school, you could finish your associate's degree early. Your efforts to push yourself created a pathway to bachelor's degree courses at UTA and Texas Wesleyan that many of you participated in. These pathways came about as a direct result of your hard work and determination to achieve your dream of a world-class education that prepares you for lifelong success. This year was very memorable for several reasons. It was so exciting to find out about your future college plans, scholarships, and the honors you received. Our senior awards ceremony here in this building was such an awesome way to recognize you and your families. Many of you participated in TCC's college graduation a couple of weeks ago. This was a very significant event as many of you became the first person in your family to acquire a college degree. Way back in 2019, one of the most popular questions students ever asked me about the new school was, are we going to have prom? Well, class of 2023, we had a prom last week and it was awesome. I will never forget all the smiles and joy you shared just having fun and being together again. There are many times as adults that we feel our tax dollars may not be used in the best of ways. Well, our seniors have proven that a tax investment in their education is a solid strategy that will pay off to benefit our families and communities for years to come. When this group was in 9th grade, we told them they will have to set a high standard of excellence for all of the other groups to follow. They definitely met the challenge. After 4 years as Titans, here are some of the things that they have accomplished. A recent study revealed that on average, the percentage of early college high school students that earn an associate's degree is between 35 and 40%. According to the new state success criteria for early college high schools, a school that earns the highest possible rating has to have 40% of their students earn an associate's degree. The inaugural class of 2023 went well above and beyond those numbers and had an amazing 85% of students earn an associate's degree. This group earned on average 65 college hours per student with an average college GPA over 3.1. They earned 150 college hours from UTA and 99 hours from Texas Wesleyan University. In terms of dollars, the estimated tuition for all of these hours earned, including textbooks, would have cost a traditional college student over $2.1 million. But as you know, the entire amount was free for our Titans. As this group goes forward to acquire their bachelor's degree, their performance at ACC-HS has helped them acquire just a few dollars to make their university transition a little bit easier. The total amount of scholarship money earned by this class of students is close to $4 million and counting. Seniors, while your accomplishments are incredible and have set you up to be successful working adults, life and the future is more than just about how many degrees you earn or how much money you make. Long after this experience at ACC-HS and after graduation, I hope you'll remember what I'm about to say, especially since it's the last time you're forced to listen to me. You're here right now for a reason. Your journey was no accident. History and even society may have told you that you shouldn't and probably wouldn't be successful, but you've proved them wrong. Now as you move on to the next chapter in your lives as ACC-HS alumni, it's time to keep making the difference. Each of you will select your own path, but whatever you choose, remember to be grateful for each day and for having the opportunity to attend a life-changing school like ACC-HS. Tell those people closest to you that you love them and tell them often. Turn your appreciation for life into action by maximizing your potential and by taking advantage of every opportunity to its fullest. Make a positive change wherever life takes you and fulfill your purpose. Many times it's easier to just go along with the status quo and to be more concerned with what people think about you rather than to challenge what you see and hear. As you graduate, I encourage you to be bold and to never let anyone steal your voice, tell you how to think, or make you compromise your values or your character. Use the skills you learn to analyze what you see or hear around you in your community, from your professors, on social media, and in other places, and don't hesitate to speak up or ask questions, even if it isn't the popular thing to do. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of a true education." Life as you know it is not always easy. It presents you with situations that often make no sense at all. In order to make it through those times, it's important that you have something to rely on. For many of you, that may be your religion. For others, it may be the comfort of family or friends. Whatever it may be, stay true to yourself and the things that ground you. Maintain your faith and reflect on how much you and your families have already overcome to get to this point. Use your resilient spirit as strength to conquer each obstacle that gets in your way. Now more than ever, it is your opportunity to make this world a better place by using your knowledge and gifts to help out through service, education, and by simply being nice or compassionate to others. Remember that the time is always right to do what's right. Titans, I want to personally thank you because you have taught me so much over the past 4 years. Thank you for taking a chance to attend ACC-HS. Thank you for teaching me that no matter what the circumstances, working hard and maintaining the right attitude really does help you go a long way. Thank you for teaching me that sometimes we just need an opportunity and someone to believe in us in order to succeed. Thank you for taking me on a 4-year ride full of incredible memories that I wish would never end. I will truly miss the smiles, eagerness, joy, tenacity, grit, and kindness of the inaugural class of 2023. Your legacy of greatness will be a map that will successfully guide the journeys of those that follow you. Continue to push yourselves to do more and always remember where you came from. In the future, I hope you return to visit us to let us know about everything you're doing and to provide inspiration to the younger Titans. I'm so lucky to have been your principal and to have the privilege of knowing you. The Arlington College and Career High School Inaugural Class of 2023. Continue to tighten up, excel without compromise, and achieve your dreams. I love you guys. Thank you and congratulations. All right, now are you ready to make this first ever graduation official? The ACC-HS class of 2023, we have arrived at the moment your families and everyone here has been looking forward to today, the awarding of your high school diploma. We'll now begin the presentation of graduates. Guests, Please be respectful of every graduate as they cross the stage. Will the first row please prepare to walk the stage?
Adeboale Nelson Adeyemo. What's the vote? I think the other one's over there. I don't know. Karen Guadalupe Alvarez. Naidaline Alvarez. Nehemiah Baxter. Zachary Bradshaw. Rosendo Calzada. Matthew Cerda. Jermaine Chinamona. Samari Coleman. I think it's only that one. I don't know what.
I thought it was going to be both.
Oh, it's both? They told you to keep it. I'll take it. Jason Christian. Jessica Colmero. Ashley Cienfuegos. Wilson Manuel Crispin. Ediel Cruz. Joseph Hin Yong. Eric Espinosa. Princely Fabison. Daniela Florido. Alexander Fauché. Dynasty Gallegos. Jessica Gallegos.
Daniel Garcia. Giselle Garcia. Lisbeth Garcia. Victoria Gomez. Jacqueline Gonzalez. Mia Gonzalez. Donnie Harper. Emery Harris. Cruz Anthony James Hernandez. Stephanie Hernandez. Taj Jackson. Jordan Kiegler. Aileen María Leal Flores. Angie Lemus. Alexandria Renee Long. Wendy Morales Lopez. Estrella Lucero.
Alexandra Marentes. Aleda Martinez. Ashley Martinez. Hillary Martinez. Mercedes Martinez. Andrea Medrano. Giselle Mendieta. Diana Moreno. Jimena Munoz Ferlin. Mary Joroge. Oreolua Oladipo. Opeyemi Oladiti. Cynthia Garcia Ortega. Guadalupe Patino.
Ready? Yep. Wait 1 second.
Jacob Ruiz Perez. Laritza Ramirez. Ricardo Ramirez Jr. Alexa Ramirez. Martavius Redmond. Everardo Reyes.
I got you.
Gerardo Reyes. Samuel Rivera. Aaron Ruiz. Peter Ruiz. Elizabeth Sajimi. Maribel Salas. Carla Liliana Salazar. Selma Saleh. Isaac Sanchez. Itzi Sanchez.
Just 1 second.
Josue Sanchez. Victor Santander. Siraman Suresh Shetty. David Solorzano Varela.
Not that easy.
Stephanie Tate. Lila Regine Thomas. Amy Tran. Catherine Umansor Melgar. Jonathan Vieira. Sarah Lila Villatoro. Isabel Zamora. And our first salutatorian of the class of 2023, Okikiola Joseph Alotan. And now, the first valedictorian for ACCHS, Larissa Jimenez Ramirez.
Do I sing? Do I just sing? That's all I need.
Okay, let's give the class of 2023 a big round of applause. All right, will the inaugural Arlington College and Career High School class of 2023 please stand up? All right, Superintendent Cavazos, members of the AISD Board of Trustees, as the principal of Arlington College and Career High School, I would like to present to you these students who have successfully completed all of the attendance and academic requirements for graduation as prescribed by the state of Texas and the Arlington Independent School District. I proudly proclaim them the first ever graduates of Arlington College and Career High School. Graduates, you may now move your tassel to the left. This concludes our graduation ceremony. We ask that all guests meet their graduate in the parking lot outside. Thank you and have a good evening.